All right, guys, this will be the third one for the night. I'll get going. It's going to be a continuation of what I did earlier. The one prior to this was on counter run game and a little bit of buck sweep. Everything we do with counter, how we block it, the multiple different ways. This is going to talk about relief throws, play action, and off of our counter pass and our buck sweep. So that's what this talk will get into. Here's my contact info if this is your first time tonight. If you got a question, you need anything, reach out to me. I'll get it to you guys. I have no problem sharing it. I'm in this position because people have shared their stuff with me, so I'll share it with you guys. All right. So what we've done here is our what I'll take. If we don't call just counter H or counter or buck. We have some sort of tag to it. It's either going to be a now, bubble, peak, could be slant, not a whole lot lately, or we did some stick this year. Some of the play action we do, we still run boot, and we change it from boot or waggle. I mean, when I first got here, Blanco, I took over from Blanco as under center wing T for 30 plus years. They called it waggle, so I called it waggle. I didn't want to change it on the kids. It's easier for me to learn it than the kids. I've always called it boot. We run that, and we run a lot of pop passes. Pop passes are big for us. People trying to cheat a safety in the box, and we're gonna play action and throw a pop pass over them as they're cheating down into it. So we'll cover a lot of that stuff. And if you have any questions, you can put them in that chat, and I'll answer it. Or you can shoot me a email or anything like that. But we'll get going. RPOs, RPOs can be very simple. When I first got here, our quarterback had been under center his entire career. The only shotgun he knew was the one he dove hunted with. So our RPOs, my first couple of years, were real simple. It was buck right, bubble. And he either looked at me and I gave him hook 'em or hook 'em down, or gig 'em or gig 'em down. Used A&M or Texas, If I gave him hook 'em, means throw the bubble. If I gave it down, means he couldn't throw it. He had to hand the ball off. Same thing with the thumbs up. He looked to the sideline. If I gave thumbs up, that means he could throw it. If I gave him thumbs down, that means he had to hand it. They could be that simple. My previous school, I had a kid who could write it, read it, and then throw it, but he had been with me for a lot longer, and he had been in the shotgun, so his footwork was a lot better. So that was our RPOs. Your RPOs could be anything you want. Post-snap, pre-snap, that type of stuff. I do relief throws. Those are bubbles and nows. That means if they're cheating somebody in, our relief is to get rid of the ball outside. That's all a relief throw is. I'm not going to allow someone to cheat in the box, so I'm going to tag bubble or now, and that's your relief off of it. Nakeds, we run a lot of flood concepts with our nakeds, our pop passes. We'll tag our pops, and then our screen game is off of either counter or buck. I love bootleg. I still think bootleg is one of the best pass places there are. My kids will tell you, I yell at them all the time, especially my quarterback, that the drag is always open. I don't think people cover the drag route. Safeties don't cover the drag. And you could make a living with it. We run it a lot. We do a lot of sprint out here, and flood is one of our biggest concepts. So if we run boot to the multiple receiver side, it's flood. Our kids will know it as flood. If we run it to the single receiver side, the single guy, he has a comeback. And then we have that drag coming in the flat. So it ends up some sort of flood concept, levels concept. But we can run boot to anything. We could go boot smash and run a smash concept with it. But our main one is 7th grade, 8th grade JV. They just run boot and it's flood. On the varsity level, we could tag a different pass concept to it, but I drew it up as flood, and then all you'll see on here is probably the flood. There's our 10-yard out of the flood. H kind of got hung up. I do tell him to chip a little bit and then go. He kind of got hung up right there. We're in red wing. We're gonna run it through the tight end in the wing now. So it's like a smash concept. Got the corner route right there out of the wing, tight end into the flats after he slams down. Not a good job by the offensive line. 58 needed to have more depth. He actually had to go in. He's not really our starting guard. He kind of had to go in for an injury real quick. It was too flat. Quarterback got depth though and was able to deliver the ball. All right, here we are. We're gonna run boot, and it's flood with a 10-yard out. That's our flood concept. We read it high to low. When we run flood and we run boot, our first read's not the H. Now, if they smoke somebody off the edge, he's got to get it to them. But we actually are reading it high to low. I don't want to miss that home run shot. So if we read the corner, if the corner bells, we start coming down. Here, the corner stayed on our high route on number 12. So we came down to the next guy right there. We're in a little single wing formation, a little funky formation. We call them a J set, like a junk set, just a little wrinkle. We actually snap it to our running back, who hands it off to our quarterback, who's number 3. It's just a little wrinkle we had that week of running it down there in the red zone like this, running a little waggle or bootleg to the tight end set. Same thing as the corner route, though, he needed to run it deeper into the end zone. Number 9 is supposed to be right there in the flats, and 5 is supposed to be out back there in the back pylon. 34 was supposed to help seal the edge.